be hard. Hey, and to be honest with you, you either doing which one is it gonna be? You either doing drop your we walk between this line. I've been saying this shit since I've been here through shit. Shut the fucking tone in everything we do. In everything we do. We gotta do this shit to show we got some toughness. I saw fucking football. I ain't standing for that shit. Y'all understand what I'm saying?
Yes, sir.
Get your ass going. Every time we put on these helmets, we knocking shit back and we getting off blocks and we hitting ball carrier. Do you understand?
Yes, sir.
You gotta wake up on that shit on your mind. You gotta wake up, ready to dominate. It gotta come from here. It's got to come from here. Football is in you. It ain't on you. It is in you. You either about that life or you ain't. But I'll tell you what, we gonna find out who's faking the funk and who ain't. Motherfucker, tell me anything. Tell me anything. My motherfucking eyes don't lie. I can tell by the way you practice if you love this shit or not. Love what you can do for the game. What the game can do for you. What can you do for the game? What can you do for the game? What can you do for the game? That's what's important. Do you understand?
Yes, sir.
Here we go. Let's go. Let's get ready to rock and roll. D-line on me, D-line.
There it is, Street. What's going on with you, baby, man? We in the building, man. We decided to come to New York City. It's raining pretty bad, man, on the other block, man. So we decided to take it to the Big Apple, man. How you feeling, bro?
Good. I'm feeling all right, man. Got fired up watching old Damione Lewis, man.
Yeah, man. A lot of breaking news, man. We had a big show yesterday talking about Damione Lewis leaving Colorado, going back home, or home is where the heart is, back to the University of Miami, where it all started for him in college. You know, Warren Sapp was in that clip as well. Miami great, Miami legend, Hall of Famer, Pro Bowler, Miami legend, all that good stuff. 5-star, tight end. I popped the Florida Blue Darters.
The Blue Darters.
The little birdies. But no, man. So hey, like I say, man, we in the building. We back on Hayes Street. We on a little hiatus yesterday, but like I said, we rocking and rolling, man. We in the building. So go ahead and hit the like, share, and subscribe button. We're gonna get into this thing, man. We here for a good time, not a long time. So let's get into it. Street.
What's up?
A lot going on in Colorado, man. A lot of changes, a lot of addition, subtraction.
It is.
A lot of stuff going on, man. A lot of stuff going on.
Yeah.
Talk to us, man. What's going on?
I mean, look, swapping coaches and Marshall Faulk. So first of all, Marshall Faulk heads to Colorado. There's no background of Marshall Faulk coaching, right? I feel like we keep having these conversations. Has Marshall Faulk coached anywhere?
Not that I know of. Maybe some little league or some maybe his kids at one point, but I don't think he has coached. Like I said, maybe some of the 7-on-7 stuff, something to that effect. But not, I would just say organized contact football. I don't believe so. I may be off on that, but I don't think I am. But anyway,
right.
Yeah, that's what it is.
Right. So he hasn't coached. He hasn't coached anywhere. And gets hired to be the running back coach, right? At Colorado, straight to the running back coach. He ain't go to no GQs or no JAs. He ain't go to no. He ain't do none of that, right?
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
None of that. Straight to the running
this
back
week,
coach.
my dad did not know where he was from.
What is that?
It means the world to share ancestry with my dad. So Nigeria, this is where it all started.
You got
broken it
a
down by
tab open
regions, by
somewhere.
journeys, and by parent. Man, this is deep. This is my way of saying thank you to him.
Use Kayak's Explore tool to see just how far your budget can take you. Reykjavik? Spectacular.
What is that? Where did that
Forget
come
about
from?
Reykjavik for a while. Icelandic sheep's
We've been
head
hacked.
jelly? Ugh. Oh
We've
yeah,
been
Reykjavik
hacked.
for a great deal.
I don't know what kayak is, but we've been hacked.
What was that, bro?
I don't know. Somebody had an ad somewhere, man. We have been hacked. Damn, Elon Musk done got us.
No, what was that?
I have no idea.
That was weird.
Hey, shout out to Kayak. They got a free ad on the block, dog. So somebody had to pay. But but to your point, man, you know, he has not coached. And like I said, you got the running back job there as well. I know Coach Flea was the running back coach. He's no longer there. Somebody said in the chat yesterday that Coach Flea may be a little under the weather, may be ill and dealing with some health issues. So I guess that left a vacancy there for him as well. But shout out to little Bucky around here. I almost forgot about that. We got y'all strength and conditioning coach. Y'all got our D-line coach all good. Coach Swayze in the building. Andrew Swayze. Shout out Carroll City. Is there as well.
I'm gonna start calling that shit Caneville State. You keep it up now.
Caneville State. Hey, you know what's funny though?
Colorado, keep it up over there.
Because somebody called in yesterday to the show. Shout out to John. He called in and said, I'm a Colorado fan, and y'all taking our players. And I'm like, well, wait a minute, boy. Y'all sure got a bunch of doggone Canes around there. I'm waiting for where the Seminoles at.
The nerve, yeah. The nerve of him. Did he really say that? Like, they the one with all the Cane coaches.
What the work done in the let me see who else they got that'll be. I don't know. They ain't got no great players at Florida State. So I don't know. I don't think they got no gold jackets at Florida State. Any gold jackets that come out of Florida State?
Oh, a gold. Ooh.
We got too many.
Maybe back in the day, who's a gold?
Bobby Bowden might be a gold jacket.
Gold jacket?
Yeah, shout out to Derek. I don't know.
Yeah, somebody in the comments said Derek Brooks. I think Derek Brooks got a gold jacket, dog.
You need to hire my dog Devin Bush. He was at Florida State. Huh? Shout out to Devin Bush in the building, man. Dog need a spot.
CS on Instagram said we got good players at Florida State, but who the gold jackets, dog? Warren Sapp. We got Warren Sapp in the comment section, man. Warren Sapp say he the only Cane left as a. Well, Swayze coached there for so long, Sapp. You feel me?
Yeah.
Swayze coached there for Swayze was a strength and conditioning coach for so long. He should be honored. In you know how they do the. You're an honorable Q dog, honorable.
Yeah. So no, like I said, I mean, I had to Google this. Let me see. Derek Brooks.
Sapp, Florida State got any Hall of Fame?
Leroy Butler.
Okay.
Let me see.
Got two. He said Miami got 4. I think they got 2.
Fred Biletnikoff, which the award is after Derek Brooks.
The encyclopedia, dog. I told you, dog.
Listen, Fred Biletnikoff, Derek Brooks, Leroy Butler, Walter Jones, Deion Sanders. Those are the 5 Hall of Famers. But don't make me put Miami up there, boy. I might get 3 screens.
We forgot about Deion. What the hell?
Oh, we knew that. We knew that one, but I might get 3 screens to put our list up there. Let me see here. Well, we at we got 10 in there already. 11.
Ooh.
We got 11 in there.
11?
Yeah. Heston Johnson became 10 and 11. Cortez Kennedy, Jim Kelly, Michael Irvin, Ted Hendricks, Edrin James, Ray Lewis, Jim Otto, Ed Reed, Warren Sapp. Did I miss any? Too many to name. I ain't got enough fingers, man. We got too many players. I already count. I can't count past 10, dog.
We got something. We should have something coming up too, right? I mean, where we at? Who the last one to get in? Hester
Johnson and Hester. Andre Johnson, Devin Hester.
Who's sitting on the cusp for the Hurricanes? Who's sitting on the cusp for the Hurricanes? Should be a ton of them, right?
I don't know. Don't put me on that one now. I don't know. But they quick in here, boy. D. Lewis quick. Look at that. One boy got some Warwick Dunn. Warwick Dunn the Hall of Fame? No.
Warwick Dunn the Hall of Famer?
No. Warwick Dunn in the Hall of Fame.
Let me get Kiki on. Let me get Kiki on the job.
He might be in the Florida State Hall of Fame.
Wait a cotton picking minute. Let me get Kiki on the job.
He was in the College Football Hall of Fame in 2024.
Gotcha.
College Football Hall of Fame.
Can't be using stuff like cotton picking and Black History Month, right?
I'm trying to tell you. You be wearing polyester the rest of the month. Keep talking. But anyway, man, let's get into this deal, man. So, like I said, it's very interesting. You had Damione Lewis, who was coaching at Seattle, played 10-year career, I believe. Yep. And then, took a little hiatus, live his life a little bit, decide, hey, I got to do something, man, when I wake up in the morning. And so I'm going to start coaching. So Peter Carroll gave him opportunity, which is awesome. At the Seattle Seahawks, stayed, I want to say 4 years, went to Colorado 5th year, and now at Miami 6th year. And I believe Footballville is reporting that Warren Sapp will definitely be the defensive line coach. Huh? See,
how could he not?
I don't even know what they're waiting on. Maybe because Coach Prime out there he on the tour and he was at the NFL. I mean, at the Pro Bowl, not the Pro Bowl, the Super Bowl. So he had time to do his press conference yet. But I think that should have been announced 5 minutes after Damione Lewis got announced.
That video he's sitting in the back of Damione Lewis.
Yeah, that is. Mm-hmm. Yep. Sound like something they say over there on Green Tree. Yep. Mm-hmm.
Did Colorado defensive line outplay our defensive line this year? Or did they just overachieve?
I don't think so. I think Miami's defensive line this year was quiet. Uh-huh. We had sacks, we made plays, but it was quiet. It wasn't loud. It wasn't, because like Tyler Barron started off hot. Of course, we was playing Fam. I think he had 3 sacks against Fam and so forth. And then it kind of died down, with Ruben Bain being hurt. He was out a couple of weeks. Mesidor kind of playing out of position so far as playing outside on the edge. We had plays, but it was kind of quiet. It wasn't like boom. I don't know. I think because Colorado did make a jump, their noise was a little louder. But I don't know if I could say that they outplayed.
Yeah, I think they overachieved. So listen, bro, because we ain't gonna be in here a long time. So back to Marshall Faulk before we had our answer. Marshall Faulk, running back coach at Colorado, and I'm 40-something years old, right? I remember I remember when Marshall Faulk came in the game for the senior running back at San Diego State and went crazy, like 300 yards or something crazy like that. And I was a huge Marshall Faulk fan in college, right?
Okay.
Faulk, great NFL career, great career in the studio. And now he's getting to be the running back coach in Colorado. And this is what I believe. You know what I'm saying? I haven't talked to anybody. I haven't asked around. I believe Deion is creating a place, right? First of all, he's busting through the norm. He's busting through the norm and all the stereotypes of guys who play great may not be able to coach, right? Like, you know what I'm saying? Okay. He's throwing that out the window. But also, I think he's creating a place. He's creating a place where people want to be. Like he's creating a place where daddies want to come on visits with their kids. Like he's creating a place. He's just creating a place, a football place, right? Mm-hmm. Maybe we can't out-resource you, right? Maybe we can't out-resource you. Maybe we ain't got the history you got. But I'm gonna create a place that resonates to the people that play football, 90%, 80% of them, right?
Okay.
And I think that's what he's creating. He's like, okay, Marshall Faulk was a great running back. Does he know how to do what running back coaches do? Only Hayes, you can tell me what a running back coach do when he's not coaching. But we know he knows how to play running back. We know he's going to resonate when it comes to recruiting. We know, people. He's going to attract people in. And how hard could it be to play running back coach? I mean, if you ask me to up and coming running back coach, right, because Hayes, they always get a black coach running back coach. If you ask me to up and coming running back coach, and give me Marshall Faulk every time. Yeah, the black coach always running back coach. I don't know.
Running back coach, D-line coach, and a DB coach, man. And the DB coach slowly but surely leaving, boy. Slowly but surely, we losing the running back coach spot, bro. Running back coach, D-line coach, and the doggone DB coach, man. Especially now that they're breaking up DBs and corners and safety. You're going to get that corner spot most likely.
Help.
No, to your point, right? I mean, does Marshall Faulk know football? Sure, he does. Right? I always say one thing about coaching: it's not the X's and O's; it's the other stuff that go with coaching. Right? It's not. I mean, if you got to be out your mind if you think Marshall Faulk doesn't know how to run the inside zone. You understand what I'm saying? Like, you got to be out your mind if you think Marshall Faulk doesn't understand the path of outside zone. You got to be out your mind if he doesn't understand gap scheme play, right? But it's other things that go along with coaching that players, in essence, don't necessarily are privy to from the coaching side of it, right? I don't know how many players are in staff meetings, right? And what those conversations look like and navigating those rooms. Is that a big challenge? No, I don't think so. But I'm just saying what right. People are privy to as a player versus a coach. Okay?
We've got passion, we've got determination. Like, and if we set our sights on something, you better believe it.
What is that, bro?
You got a tab open somewhere.
Like
you got
content was all about entertainment and being fun, but there was also this, sort of professional business side.
You found it?
One of the things that we knew was basically essential was getting our own website. And we'll see a proper official group who mean business and who can deliver. And we always had this vision of bringing things into existence that previously had never been seen.
The world's largest act.
We bounced a plane, a boat, a car, and it was wild.
We got hacked by dudes with tea and crumpets.
So today, How Ridiculous have 50 million followers.
We're in the billions of views.
Tens of billions. That's pretty.
Is that me? No, that
I don't know all the things that we're going to get to do in the next
I got
year
everything
or
closed.
5 years. But if we can do this as a job, anything.
StreamYard done started something new that maybe we ain't signed up for.
Making a website on Wix.
Wait a minute, dog. What is that, bro?
I don't know, dog. I have no clue.
That's crazy. All right.
I don't know. We on the other block right quick. Let's go back to we're going back to New York. But anyway, who's in? I would add a check on something right quick. I had to pull on my cameras. But anyhow, but to that point, like I said, coaching when it comes to that's not a very big hurdle to jump, but it is a hurdle. I'll put it out there like that. Now here's what I will say. If I'm Marshall Faulk, I got a gold jacket. Everybody got a gold jacket. And how many yards did you say Marshall Faulk had in that first game at San Diego State?
Man, I remember. I think he went for 3/4, 389, 7 touchdowns, something crazy like that, dog.
389, 7 touchdowns, roughly. Well, Isaiah Augusta for Colorado had 384 the whole season. So if I'm the running back coach,
hey, wait a minute,
and I got a gold jacket, I cannot allow my running back room. I ran for 389 yards in one game, and my man ran for 384 in the whole season. The entire running back room was for 847. 847 yards minus 50 yards of Shadour's being sacked. And that's on 85 carries. Augusta had 85 carries for 384. I would be interested to see what the game plan is with Pat Sherman going forward in the running game. We've seen 2 years in a row, 2 different coordinators, and the running game looked very similar. Very similar.
I didn't even think about that. I didn't think about how bad they've been running the ball. Woo.
Oh no, running the ball has been it's been tough sledding. I think Michael Welch is a great runner. He was young. I think he was a freshman. Dalen Hayden, Dalen Hayden ran the ball 64 times for 196 yards in the entire season.
What?
Yeah. Like I said, their leading rusher is Augusta for 384. Dalen Hayden, 196. Michael Welch, 186. Charlie Offerdahl, 119. Draylon Miller, 10 yards, 8 yards, 5 yards, 4 yards, 3 yards. And then Shadour, negative 50 yards. Because of the sacks and how they do it. So
You think they put more of an effort now that Shedeur is gone?
I hope to God they do. I really do. I really hope they do. Especially if you're gonna bring in. Here's my deal. Outside of the recruiting prowess that Marshall Faulk will have, being who he is, why bring him if we ain't gonna put the effort in? You understand what I'm saying? Why bring him? And again, I don't know Pat Sherman's game plan. That's up to them. Their guys get hired to do their job, but I still can say I don't know what level that is. Shout out to Lil Bucket in the building, giving all these stats. Give us this next stat. We had the most sacks in the Big 12 and 7th in the nation. Well, give us y'all running stats. Where were y'all in the running game in the NCAA? Since y'all so quick with these stats, that highlight stuff. Give me the stats in the running game. Where y'all fall with that, and I'll take whatever you say as the gospel. But yeah, I think, like I said, you had an old line, you have running backs.
Right.
You just have to make a conscious effort to run the ball. You can't abandon it after 1 or 2 runs, and they get 1 yard, maybe it gets -3 yards, and it's like, oh, it don't work. You know what I'm saying? You got to make a conscious effort to run the ball and be creative in your running. The same way you creative in your passing with the mesh concepts and spacing concepts and all of that motion, you got to be just as creative in the run game as well.
I think after the Shedeur may help it. The elephant ain't in the room anymore. I don't know if they're gonna trot the freshman out there. You think they're gonna trot the freshman out there?
What freshman?
The young kid.
You talking about Juju Lewis? Lewis. Well, they got the other young man that was at Tennessee and went to Liberty. God, what's his name? He was at Tennessee and then went to Liberty.
He played well at Liberty.
Yeah, he was lighting it up.
The curly haired kid, they got him.
Caden Salter. Yeah.
They got
Little Bucket. Little Bucket. Now you quit to say Caden Salter. I'm waiting on them stats. Little Bucket.
They got Salter.
Yeah, they got Caden Salter.
Okay.
Yeah. Come on, Little Bucket. Don't be one-sided on them stats. I need them run. I need to know what that running game look like. Yeah, you throw out them other ones really quick now. Get on the Googler and let me know what you're talking about. But
well, man, you say Coach Hayes in the street. How much can a coach help a running back other than pass blocking? To me, recruit talent and bring talent in the portal, not just an afterthought. You think a coach can help a running back get better running the ball?
Yes, I do believe he can. But one thing I will say about the running back position, it is a lot of it is on the player, right? As a coach, you can talk to him about, the path he needs to take, cut it back if you see this, front side if they overloading. Okay, if we're running this way, it's a 3 technique. This hole should be blah, blah, blah. But a lot of it is the reaction of the running back. I mean, if you think about how many times a running back makes a great play in the hole because a guy blitzed that hole, he's got to be able to react to those things and make plays, not to belittle the running back coach's position, but a lot of it is on the player within itself. Yeah. Coach, can I run the hole? Can I run the ball to the hole you said? Sure. You know what I mean? But you got to be able to, understand. And a coach, I think a running back coach's job is, a lot of it is pre-snap stuff. Okay, look at the alignment. Are they heavy this way? Are they leaning this way? Where's your hole? Kind of figure out where that is. But once that ball is snapped, like most positions, really, the success is primarily on the player, in my opinion.
Gotcha.
Little Buggy said, I said we was trash. I ain't asked you to try. I need the numbers. Give me the numbers. My name is Petty Pendergrass.
Petty Pendergrass. Pendergrass.
I'm saying you shout out them numbers when that's the funny thing. When it's in your favor, we had the most sacks in the Big 12 and 7th in the nation. Numbers right here. I said we was trash in the running. Nah, give me the numbers.
Petty Pendergrass.
Give me the numbers. There you go, bipolar. There we go. Somebody do it. CU wasn't bad. They were 133rd in the country, last place because it was daddy ball. Guaranteed without Shador, they will improve greatly. I don't know about it, the daddy ball, okay, whatever. But I think you have to put a conscious effort and be creative in the running game. You have to.
Right.
You can't just play mono e mono, especially if you're a little undersized and a little bit, a little inexperienced against more veteran players. You gotta, be able to move the line. You got to be able to pull, and that's something they didn't do a lot of. When Colorado pulled people, they were successful. They had
no time for that.
They had no time for what?
Pulling people and running the ball. They had no time for that. They had no time for that. I'm trying to put that thing in the air. Trevor Hunt on 2. Devontae Hester on 3. What are they? Wester? They wasn't trying. You got no time for play action.
He's going on 4.
You got no time for no sprint draws.
Yeah.
What are you talking about?
Well, we'll find out. We're gonna see. Because when Pat Shermer took over, the whole thing was, remember when he took over for Sean Lewis, the whole thing was Pat Shermer run the ball. Shout out to the chef. I ain't seen Chef Jerome since I barbecued him in the kitchen. And got him some bison burgers. But he was like, oh, Pat Shermer, double tight. You gonna run the ball, blah, blah, blah. Well,
so much for that.
So much for that.
Does it make you think back to Cavassier smoke and what happened there? What really happened there?
My only thing I had about the Cavassier smoke thing was, I think when Coach Prime had that press conference and he was like, man, I like Cavassier smoke. He's professional. We got to do better, blah, 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 and still didn't.
Yeah.
I think that part right there was like, come on, coach. You know what I mean? Yeah, some people saying that Coach Prime was saving Cavassier smoke legs for the NFL.
Where he at now?
I don't know where Cavassier smoke at.
Let's see.
If he was smart, he'll be a sales rep for Cavassier.
All day long, twice on Sunday.
Trying to tell you. And get you a nice cigar with it, Cavassier smoke. But I don't know. I don't know. But yeah, that's tough business right there.
The last time it said he played football is Colorado looked like.
Yeah, that's it. He was done. Remember, he was at Kentucky prior to that. He was at Kentucky.
He didn't do nothing after that. Like UFL,
he was done.
SFL, why GFL, KFL?
Like I said, according to some people, they were saving his legs for the NFL.
I'm looking at him on Instagram. He outside.
You need to be inside somebody's training facility. But that's just tough, man. That's unfortunate for that.
When do we can get him? When we can get him on here?
Ooh, hit him up. Hit him up right now.
I'm finna follow him right now on Twitter.
I made a shirt. I made a shirt that said free Cavassier smoke. You ain't never seen it? Oh man, I had a shirt and everything, man. Hold up, man. Go to my store right quick.
Yeah, he not really active on social media anymore, man. Some of these stories be messing some of these kids up, dog.
Oh yeah. Because you go from being the man to being a man. I tell people that all the time. Like you go from, think about when you sign your national letter of intent and you do all these things and everybody, oh yeah. And now you ain't even playing. You don't even get the ball. None of that kind of stuff.
Why did he leave Kentucky? Did he have to leave?
No, he didn't have to leave. He actually had decent yards.
Yeah, but something could have happened to something because it don't make any sense for him to leave.
Well, I think this is my speculation. My speculation was he was second at Colorado. He was the second back. I'm sorry, at Kentucky. Excuse me. He was the second back at Kentucky. And hey, Coach Prime come there. I could be the man. And like I told you, think about this. I want you to hear this. His first year at Kentucky, he played in 2 games, right? Had 45 yards. His second year, played in 13 games, 101 carries, 616 yards. Sophomore year, 47 carries, 229. 81 carries, 416. Right? But remember, he's the backup dude. In 22, he had 59 carries, 277.
Right.
Okay. His total rushing yards was 1,518. 81. When he's at Colorado, he had 2 carries, -2 yards. He got 2 carries in the entire season. And here's the funny thing, played in all 10 games, played in 10 football games. And you got crazy. 2 carries. I'm just saying. So, and you got -2 yards.
That's crazy. Two carries. And he was on special teams, wasn't he?
Yeah, that's why he registered all 10 games. But this ain't no little dude. Now he's 200-some pounds. He's 5'9", 201, according to this right here. He ain't like,
Kentucky. Dang.
Bro, the man in his sophomore year had 101 carries, dog.
Yeah, 600 yards, 101 carry, average 6 yards a carry. 6 touchdowns. Then he went for 229. Then he went for 416 he was in college football for a long time.
Yeah, he a COVID kid, 6 years. So his 6th year would have been at Colorado. And why not take that last year opportunity at a new program and be the starting back?
Yeah, because look at Kentucky. It seemed like this was up and down, either whether it was injuries, but this don't seem consistent at all.
No, they had, what was the young man? He was out that year. They had a running back. They had a Spanish last name, Rodriguez, Martinez. What was that guy's name? They had a running back at Kentucky, man, that was pretty good. Somebody had said in the chat. Hold up.
When he got opportunity, though, he averaged 4-5 yards a carry.
I want to say his name Martinez, Chris something. His name was Chris something. I can't remember. Golly, what was that dude's name, bro?
Chris.
But anyway, Chris Rodriguez. Yes, Chris Rodriguez. Thank you, Julian. So Chris Rodriguez was the main guy. You know what I mean? So to his point, I guess he's like, hey, I go to Colorado. I could be the head dude. You know what I'm saying? And
it's wild, dog. 2019, he gets 100 carries, 600 yards. He averaged 6 yards a carry, 6 touchdowns. He probably thought his career was finna take off.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then like 4 years later, he was like, damn, dog, what happened?
Yeah.
Bro, go ahead.
I was saying Chris Rodriguez in that 2019 year had 71 carries. I think that was the year he got hurt. He played in 13 games, but he and Chris Rodriguez were battling in that 2019 year. Chris Rodriguez had 71 carries for 531. In 2019, Cavassier Smoke from IMG. I think you got footage of him.
Yeah. First play of the game, Miami Northwestern at the trash foul, touchdown.
And if you look at 2019 for those two, he had 101 carries for 616. And then that next year, he had 47 carries for 229. And that's when Chris Rodriguez took off. That boy had 119 carries for 785. You know what I mean? 11 touchdowns and all that stuff. So,
Yeah, dog, that's tough. So listen, man. Last week, one of Miami great coaches. You know what I'm saying? National championship. He beat IMG, won state championship. Got fired, and it was kind of like a surprise to some people. I mean, the people who inside knew eventually it was going to happen, but his coaching acumen and his resume and who he is as a coach kind of precedes itself. Throw that up there, Hayes. So today he dropped like a farewell video, and this is one of the things that I've always liked about Coach Jude is that he always I'm going to call it marketing. I don't know if that's how he saw it, but he documented things like he understood that your program has to be seen in order to grow. Like he understood that. So today on his way out, man, he dropped this video.
It's about you whooping their knees and then everybody thinks beating them, just dominate me. Like having them look like, yo, what the hell we think by giving them these grades? That's because you gave it to them. He earned it. Oh, there we go. Hey, what? You gotta go. Let's drink some water. 4 minutes. We gotta win this game. Earl. I had a door and I opened it and I told one player to stand right by the door and I told another player to take 10 steps behind him. The person that makes it through that door gets $100. And the person that I told takes 10 steps back, he was like, that ain't fair. That's life. That's privilege. You understand me? So does that mean that you can't beat him to that door? I mean, yeah, but I gotta run fast as hell. I said, bingo.
I said, bingo. No, and he was full of stuff like that, man. I interviewed him. He could do that in your face, like a freestyle instantly. Coach, hey, you caught this video today, man, and it intrigued you, man. You can explain to the people why.
Yeah, I when I saw, I've never met Coach Jude, but I think we have some similar stories, right? Where you see a guy, and again, I don't know the back end of why what is. I can only assume. But I'll say this to say, I know when you're a head coach and you put in that much time and stuff like this, and I'm getting fired and I'm winning. I'm making a difference in these shorties' lives. He just went viral for a kid getting a scholarship offer. Kind of tricked him a little bit, saying, hey, man, you wasn't in class doing what you're supposed to do. Woo, woo, woo. And the shorty like, huh? I was on a field trip. Man, you got an offer. And the shorty you can see him kind of like melt. Like, I think what I hate about high school football, especially on the public side of it, is administrators, and I'm speaking generically here, they don't get it. They don't understand all of the hard work, the stuff that going to the house, getting those phone calls at 2 a.m. from the parent. Ain't nobody calling the principal at 2 a.m. about their kid. You going in playing counselor, psychologist. You doing all these things for $4,000 a year coaching. Right. You ain't making $8 million like these coaches out here. You're making $4,000. Maybe it's probably $5,000 at this point. You're doing all these things. And because maybe me and you don't get along, you are willing to damage the big picture, which is the betterment of these shorties. Because me and you can't get along. But because I can do it, I'll get rid of you. Now, I don't know what happens on the back end, but what I do know is if he's making a difference in these shorties' lives, then we can set our differences apart. Now, I don't think it was a scandal or anything like that. I don't believe that to be the fact. I mean, I don't know that to be factual, but bro, you're winning. You beat IMG. The big bad wolf. You skinned him alive.
Beat him.
Beat him. You and you kept the train rolling. You took over, like they say, here go the keys to the Ferrari, just don't wreck it. No, I ain't wreck it. Coach, I wouldn't took that thing to the rim shop and put some chrome rims on that thing, man.
Man, I've never told this story too. I remember after they won state, when they beat American Heritage that night, when Brandon Ennis kind of went off at the end and Tony fumbled the ball or whatever. I didn't think they had a good team that year. I thought they were undersized. I thought they were young, and they went to state and won it. They had a good quarterback, a great quarterback. But and after the game, I remember asking the AD, who's not the AD anymore, Troop. I grew up with Troop. I said, Troop, I didn't think Central had it to win state this year. I thought it seemed as if they were young, they were undersized. And he looked at me and he said, "Man, it's that Haitian right there." That's exactly how he said it.
You talking about Coach June?
Yeah. So he said, "Man, it's that Haitian right there, man." He said, "Them kids believe in them."
That's crazy.
Yeah.
And here's the sad part about it. The community don't get mad. They'll get on and be like, "Boy, that messed up, boy, they fight," but they ain't gonna activate. They ain't gonna motivate. They not gonna do none of that stuff. Like, and these administrators, the school board ain't gonna question, "Hey man, why y'all doing that?" But I always like to flip it on the principals. Imagine you go in there, you turn your school that's a challenge to an A school, right? And it probably does happen to them too, right?
Right.
And they take you and move you. Because I know that does happen to principals. Like, they get the school up and then they go take you and put you in another bad school because they think you could just keep replicating the same thing.
Yeah.
But for these shorties and these players, it's like such a disconnect between that front office and that locker room, bro. It's such a disconnect, especially in the public school, bro.
Yeah. Now there's a few things happened on his watch, right?
Right.
I don't know what a fireable offense looked like, but a few things happened on his watch. And that's why the people around kind of was waiting on it. I think you had like the lawsuit when Amari Wallace got hurt. They said it was an illegal scrimmage. I still never got to the bottom of it because Sports Illustrated made it seem like they was had on pads scrimmaging and it wasn't even time for practice. And I don't know. I wasn't buying that. I could see how some got together for a 7-on-7 or something like that. But Amari Wallace got hurt. I think his parents ended up suing. And then you had the losing 9-8 games this year because of the illegal player. Bro, I try to measure the influence that a guy have on kids in the community to some of this stuff, right? And it goes back to, man, the old alumni, and because they never really was fond of him. They never really was fond of how he recorded everything, how he marketed everything, how he put out hardcore videos, right? Like of him speaking like a coach speaks in the locker room. He didn't hide it, but it was very entertaining. And me being a guy who created Footballville, I believe that's how you build a program. I have suggested that to a few programs that have basically benefited from it. I believe that's how you build a program. You show them your program having fun. We have social media. You have a platform to show it. And he would do that, and they was never fun of that. The older guys the older heads didn't really like that. He was a very confident guy. Like, remember Bain went to Nick Saban, went to Alabama and got on the cart with Nick Saban, and Bain was all giddy when he came back, and he got back, and Bain got back, he told him, "You got heroes right here."
Right.
Going way over there to act like you just saw God. Like you got heroes right here that are ready to be, and that was the type of guy he was. And I think he would say that about any situation. He'll speak up. And sometimes guys like that rub other people wrong. And then the politics kick in. Hayes, you know it. I mean, politics.
I get it. I was the same way. Rub somebody wrong. Like I said, the dude called me in there. So we're gonna go. We literally had just, bro, that Wednesday was the very first early signing day. We put the most players in college that day in Orange County. We put 6 that Wednesday. That Thursday, dude called me in and say, "We're getting ready to go to Christmas break. Cole, we're gonna go a different direction." I said, "Huh?"
You were surprised?
I was shocked. But I think my AD had something to do with it too. That's a whole nother story. Nah. I sent the text out to the kids. I sent a text to the kids on the group text and let them know. You know what I'm saying? And here go the funny thing. All of the parents start hitting me up because the whole rumor was he going to Michigan with Joe. He going to Michigan. So that's what they thought it was.
Oh man. So they didn't even feel the brunt. They didn't even feel the brunt of the bush.
Right, because that's what they thought it was. And guess what? Right after Christmas break, Coach showed right back up in January. Hey, how y'all doing? I'm just saying.
You should have went to Michigan with Joe. Stop
I should have.
acting like a punk.
Nah, it wasn't that.
Right on his coattail.
It wasn't that damn hardball punk. But anyway, I'm
Joe
just saying.
You up there with Gaddis.
Huh?
Joe needed you up there with Gaddis.
I actually met with Gaddis. I actually sat down, me and him. Yeah, we had long talks and stuff. Matter of fact, when they were here at the hotel when they played Alabama that year in the bowl game. But anyhow, you know, they don't understand. I think it's such a big disconnect, bro. Yeah. Such a big disconnect. Because see, I was doing stuff like I had a teacher tell me, oh, this kid don't need to play this Friday. I said, ma'am, you don't dictate what goes on in my program. Now, if I ever come to you and say he need to have an A in your class, then you could turn around and tell me he don't need to play.
Right.
But how are you? Because if he didn't do his work or he did something wrong, give him an F. But you're not going to dictate to me what kids should and shouldn't play. That's just like if I came to you and say this kid need to have an A, then you'll run to the principal and do what? And complain. So you're not going to dictate to me in my program what kids should or shouldn't play.
Right.
I appreciate you handling it or talking to me, but if you feel that strong, give me an F and we'll deal with it from there. But those were the kind of things that you fighting back against. And then they look at you swimming upstream. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And that's how, I mean, there's plenty of other stories, but that's how things get pushed back against the coach. You know what I'm saying? But if he's making a difference in a shorty life and he's making a difference and he's keeping 105 kids, 150 kids, depending on how big the program is, motivated and excited to come to school, bruh.
It's a disconnect, like you say, bro. It is a disconnect. You feel me? Like,
and I'll tell you this, we don't uproar and fight for nothing, boy, as a community. We don't.
Nah. I mean, we had the American Heritage issue the other day where the kid basically said he hate niggas so much.
And two black people enrolled the next day.
But one coach, AJ dad, committed to the University of Miami, wide receiver kid. His dad went to Twitter, he went to Instagram and basically said, listen, y'all got 48 hours to explain to me. Get on this phone and come explain what went down. You feel me? Like he gave him 48 hours. And his son, commit, I think he a sophomore, young kid. Mm-hmm. He told me he had 48 hours. I got to get back on the phone with him because I told him if he leave, I want to interview him. But he demanded, and then you have Freezy from Flow Rider manager, Strong Arm. He was speaking out. He was lashing out at people. He was lashing out at 305 Sports. He like, where y'all at? You know what I'm saying? Like, where y'all? He was lashing out. Oh yeah. So. But a lot of times, like, we don't stand. We'll stand up against each other. Like we'll go. Yeah,
we a dog of Kanye West. We're a dog of. We're a dog of everybody.
We're going to jail against a black. Even if there's a black guy now, we're going to jail. We stand on business. We stand on business.
We done know Diddy, P Diddy to death, dog. We done made skits and everything. You know what I'm saying? But and I guess my whole thing is that's also part of it. Everybody else got to apologize. When does this head, I don't know if they call him the headmaster, the principal, the CEO, whatever his title is, the father, when does he come out? When does he teach his son a lesson and make him stand at the podium? Because let's call a spade a spade. And nobody would have known. I'd never even heard of American Heritage when I was growing up. Heard of St. Thomas. I had never heard of American Heritage growing up. I don't know how old the school is. But without those Sony Michelle's and all of those other players coming through that program, nobody would have known. They would never been on a national stage.
National? Not for sports. No,
not for sports.
Well, I guess sports transcends. It is. You're right. You're weird. Like, could they have been on a national stage for education or something else? But I don't think it turns into. Yeah, what you're saying, right? Yeah, it don't.
200 million people watch the Super Bowl. I ain't seen 200,000 people watch the Brain Bowl. So regardless of whatever it is, call it what it is. Sports brings notoriety, dog. People in California knows what. They know what St. Thomas is, and people in Miami have heard of Matter Day in California. Why? Because of football. It is what it is.
You think that turns into dollars?
Of course it does.
Mm-hmm.
Of course it does. It turns into dollars, sponsorships, and everything else. Of course it turns into dollars. Bro, why do you think all these private schools, why do you think the private schools, especially in California, are so prominent? Right? We're just catching up in Florida in our private school sector. We're just catching up. Where they're allowing students to come in, blah, 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 outside of the academic realm. Most schools, powerhouses, like most state powerhouses, a lot of them are private schools.
Private schools, yeah, they run. It's amazing that we stuck. It's amazing that Miami-Dade and Broward public schools fought for so long with less resources. It's kind of amazing.
Bro, who would have ever heard of Chaminade Madonna? And I don't know what Pace waiting for. They right there off the Palmetto. That could be a powerhouse.
They did. Yeah, but because it's give and take with the private schools. I've seen it so many times. I've seen Gulliver have their run, and then you get a dad whose son was the center.
And get pushed out.
Now little Leroy the center. And now the dad is talking to the player like, hey, listen, man, I'm not paying y'all $20,000 a year.
Right.
Well, look, Caleb be on the bench, and then he starts pushing back. And then and it happened at U School. It happened at Gulliver. Somehow St. Thomas and American Heritage, like it's a thing.
Correct. 1,000%.
And they fight for football. But yeah, so it happened. It happened. Like football was prominent at U School one time, and then it's almost like they wiped it out just to start it over. And you was like, what was that?
Yeah, like Champagnat or whatever it was called. Like, remember that school down in Hialeah?
Champagnat, that was an anomaly. Like they didn't have a practice field. That thing was like the size of a 7-Eleven.
Bro, that thing was a straight apartment complex. Now we used to go in there and recruit kids. Hey, apartment 106 got a wall unit in it, man. That job crazy, but guess what? They were winning state championships, putting them on the map.
Yeah, you wouldn't know what Champagnat was. You wouldn't.
No, you ride by it 10 times, 10 out of 10 times, you ride past it. If you ain't know what it was.
Yep.
So that's all I want to say, man, because I know we're not going to be on here too long, man. We got about 3 minutes left out of this deal, and then we're going to get up out of here. But, I'll just say this, man, to Coach Jube, I'm not sure. And even AJ Snipes, man. Shout out to AJ Snipes, man, in the building as well, man. I mean, I think both of these guys are phenomenal coaches. I know Snipes. I don't know Coach Jube. I've only watched him from a distance. But they need to be in coaching because the kids need them. The community needs these guys. Right. Now, if they don't want to coach, then that's a different story. We had that conversation. Right. But they should be getting offers all the time. They should be getting offers all the time where they like, no, I don't want to coach this year. I'm taking a break. And I get that. I totally can understand that. But those kind of guys, man, and I'll say this, right? I'll say this to Coach Jube based on what you were saying. Go watch Kendrick Lamar. You got to know how to play the game a little bit too now, right? You got to know when to press the X button, when to press the square button, when to press the circle, when to press the triangle, right?
Right.
So that's all. That's my only advice I have to him is I understand it, I get it, but at the end of the day, you're not the shot caller, so you gotta know how to play the game, like he said, So that's all I can just say in that sense, man. But yeah, man, I loved his energy. I loved the way he attacked it. and kept that thing rolling, bro. Kept it rolling.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. All right, man. Let's get up out of here, bro. We want to leave him with some Coach Jube.
What Coach Jube up to? Oh.
No, we'll just put it back up there and let the rest of it play, dog.
And let it ride.
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure. What we got? Yeah, let it ride out.
Right.
We talking about the man like he died or something. Doggone.
No, man, he just died on 95th Street. That's all. He'll be back. All right, man. Y'all make sure y'all like, share, comment. No matter what you're following on. I mean, I'm on Instagram tonight. I don't be on Instagram a lot, man. We're on Instagram tonight.
Really?
Come on, you want to make it full screen?
Yeah. Don't worry, play it.
All right, let me see.
What the fuck would you say that?
That's why we coach you like that.
What nobody else does. You.
We don't have lines on our field. We don't film practice. We got to rent lights. But we still going for the same goal, is to make it out that dope. It's the same thing with the scholarship. If you want it, then you're going to do what you got to do to get it. And you're not going to complain about where you started off at. But I'm going to tell you this, the moment you get that $100, it's going to feel better than him getting that $100 because all he had to do was take a step. You got a story to tell. And it goes back to everything that we teaching in this building and on that field. Life ain't fair. You didn't ask to be here. You didn't ask for your situation, but it is what it is. You gonna roll over and die. All we can do is do the best we can with what we have and make the most out of it. That's the most important part, make the most out of it. And that's what we try to show these kids. A lot of people think, it's just sports and it's football. And it's like, nah, man, it's really more so about life. These kids have a lot to deal with when they leave here.
Hey, yo. Hey, we got family on me, family on 3. 1, 2, 3.
Hey, find 3 people telling you love. Let's go. Find 3 people telling you love. Let's go. You guys are pillars in this. If you really look at it, we've done something that a lot of people can't do. They try to stop us. And when I say they, I don't mean the opposing team on the field. There's a lot of things that are into play for to stop what we have. But you can't stop what God has ordered. You cannot stop what God has ordered. And I'm just so happy. I'm just so proud of the staff. Because at the end of the day, we all push each other to be better human beings every day. This is the best staff in America. I told you guys this from jump. The way we work together, the cohesion. Everybody sees the jokes and everything else, but nobody sees the strategy. Nobody sees the motive. Nobody sees how guys are just cross-coaching and saying, hey, I suggest this or you do this. Blah. You guys have been a pillar in the community, in your households, and more importantly, with our program. Our kids walk around with their heads held high because they hold themselves to a different standard, not only in the classroom, not only on the football field, but also in the community. We live in a technological world where hashtags are something that they use to communicate. And they carry the hashtag neighborhood heroes. They carry the hashtag neighborhood heroes because they weren't just heroes on the football field, but they were heroes in the community. I think everybody understands this is it. Not the game. If this is the last time, it's going to be our last Monday.
Yeah, dog. Shout out to that man, dog. You know what, Street? I know we got to go, dog, but what people don't get, that man said we don't even have lines on our field. We got to rent lights to practice. See, people don't know what that struggle is when you go to a place like Texas where the state give a damn. Bro, these people got 10 state championships and we ain't even got lights. Putting your district on the map, putting your state, your city on the map, millionaire after millionaire in April, holding up that #1 jersey because they the first round draft pick. Don't even have a uniform. Man, y'all out y'all damn mind for $4,000. Coach, you going back to coaching? Hell no. You muted, Street.
Then it's not appreciated per se. Like it's not appreciated. You go across the state of Florida, hey, you know, these coaches would die to have half of the rings AJ got, to have 2 of them. They don't even like they don't fathom winning state. Like they're good in their cities, but they know it's a storm coming when the playoffs start, and it's like they okay with it. You know what I'm saying?
Street, I know coaches ain't never. I know coaches been at a school 10 years, ain't never had a Division I player in the state of Florida. Let alone talking about the playoffs. People don't understand that Miami, the city of Miami, it ain't a war is me thing. But I remember saying this, and I always gave love to the West and the Central and those schools, especially in the inner city, hell, just Miami in general. And they play them doggone private schools. You ain't got coaches in the building. AJ and them used to have to come from work, racing, changing in the car at the red light to put his coaching stuff on. You ain't got coaches in the building.
Right.
Like y'all, I don't think a lot of people understand that coaching struggle, but you're doing it for those moments right there. You saw, I don't know who that quarterback was, #1, or whoever that player was hugging him. Those shorties felt that, boy. This man speaking at a school board meeting. That was a school board meeting. Telling them #neighborhood heroes. And ain't none of them school board members going to live. Their address ain't in that where them neighborhood heroes live. Do you know that the most positive thing ever happened to a lot of them kids is at football practice? Because when they go home, it's all hell.
I know. I'm from Oklahoma.
I know you know, but I'm speaking to you through you to a lot of people that may not understand this.
I know.
Yeah, I got love for Jackson.
You got it out.
But
dog?
I'm just saying, you had to get that out, dog, because a lot of people don't get it, boy. That yeah, dog. This right here, a lot of these shorties wasn't easy, dog. But you know the beauty of it? We got them there through that door that Coach Jube talking about. That's the door he's talking about. You got some kids that's standing in the threshold because mama got $600,000 so they can go to University of Miami and pay $80,000 out of their pocket. These shorties, they took 10 steps back to get through that door, and you got people out here, and none of them got my last name. I'm just saying, bro, when you see a coach, thank you. That's all I'm going to say, man.
Thank you,
That's
Coach.
all I'm gonna say.
Hey, Coach.
Thank you, dog.
Even though you like skin, thank you, dog.
I appreciate you. And I'll just say this. I'll just say this in conclusion. If Coach Jube ever, oh damn, I'm hitting stuff. I got my mic in a new spot. If Coach Jube ever see this, I hope you see this, and I'll just say this, and I'm out. I know you got to run street. It's important. I hit him back on the same video, and I said, thanks, Head Coach Jube, for all that you have done for the players, school, community, city, and the culture. Your impact will be missed, but not forgotten. Shout out to you, brother. Shout out to you.
I talked to him today.
You did?
Yeah. I sent him something. I sent him something, man. He just said, I appreciate you. He was supposed to collab with me, but I don't know if he can collab with me on that video.
Probably not.
Nah, I'll send him the end of this video, so he definitely get it, bro.
Yeah. Right? #Dade County Representative. We out here, baby.
Yo.
Peace, y'all. Hit the like, share, subscribe button, man. We out here. Peace.